Hi guys, Movietistic here with another review. Now the other two reviews, they will be uploaded shortly. Anyway, I have just come back from seeing the movie Transformers: Age of Extinction. This film, a lot of fans have been talking about for a long time. I'm now gonna say my 4 cents about it. This movie's awesome! Now, from what I saw of the reviews before this movie, that the critics didn't like it, stating it's the worst of the series, it has no point, the characters, yada yada yada. But anyway, I'll get to that shortly. The story of this movie. It takes place 4 years after the events of the third film, which is basically referenced as the Battle of Chicago. To put it simply, without spoiling too much, the humans are they're on a manhunt for the Autobots. The Autobots are in hiding, the humans have turned against them, Optimus goes really bitter and stuff. Then there's this family, which is Jaeger, German for hunter, get it? Played by Mark Wahlberg, his daughter played by Nicole Platz, her boyfriend, Stanley Tucci's in this, Kelsey Grammer's in this, and yeah, what I liked about this movie. Number 1, the human cast compared to the last 3, Shia LaBeouf, I love this cast so much better than the last one. I mean, critics are complaining and such. Critics, I have a question. Which would you prefer? Shia LaBeouf's antics, him crying, him constantly screaming Optimus, and him screaming like a little girl, or Mark Wahlberg being awesome, him actually trying to contribute to the plot? Yeah, I take Mark Wahlberg over him any day. Also, Nicole Platz is in this. Sweetheart, you've improved so much from the last Airbender, I give you that much. Stanley Tucci's in this. He starts off as the human villain. I'll get to that in a bit. He thankfully turns around, really good. And his assistant, who's really awesome, the girl, Nicole Platz, his boyfriend, he's pretty good. The dialogue between him and Wahlberg is pretty nice. Number 2, the action is amazing. I know the critics are complaining that there's no logic in the script, which there's little, but it's not too glaring, and the fights go a little too much. Honestly, I love the fights. I mean, you can tell with each and every of the films, the fights, they get better and bigger and bolder, and I must say, they really outdid themselves a bit in this film. Let's see, number 3, the jokes, the really stupid kitty jokes, they are kept to a minimal in this movie. Unlike the third and second film, which they shoved them down your throat, and it's shove them in your face and such, they are short and they are minimal, and I say, Michael Bay, when you're making the next one, please follow this pattern, pretty please. And yeah, I mean, that's what I liked about it. I mean, also the last one, the Dinobots look incredible. Oh my gosh, Grimlock, Swift, Spike, pardon my nose is a bit itchy, allergies are acting up. They look so awesome. They look so cool. Now let's get on to the pros, which thankfully aren't a lot in this movie. Number 1, this is a personal nitpick. I kind of miss the Decepticons for some reason. I mean, I get it that they wanted to do more enemies and such, but I don't know, it just felt really weird not having, Megatron's giving a passing mention. I won't spoil what he's mentioned and something does happen, which I won't spoil for anyone who's not seen the film, but just, I don't know, without the other Decepticons like Starscream, Shockwave, Soundwave, without the big 4, it feels really weird. Now, for those of you who don't know, for Transformers fans, for the Decepticons, there are basically what a lot of fans consider the big 4. Those are Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, and Shockwave. When it comes to the Decepticons, they're usually the ones that are mentioned the most. And granted, maybe we'll see them in future sequels. Who knows? My second thing I didn't like, and again, it's a minor nitpick, I can't stand human villains. Either it be in the movies or in the TV shows. I can't stand them. I mean, I've seen enough versions of the shows to know I can't stand them. Why? Because they attribute the worst of humanity. Makes us, the viewer, going to the mindset, yeah, let the Decepticons take over so that way they can get rid of these guys. Yeah, spare the rest of us. Just get rid of these guys. So yeah. I mean, now to the movie's credit, Kelsey Grammer, he is so threatening. Oh my gosh. I kept thinking to myself, good grief, he's like a human version of a con. Seriously, put him in a robotic body and he's all set. Oh, jeez. And just, he is so much more intimidating, I forget his name at the moment, than the human antagonist from the last movie. I will give him that. And just, yeah, now as much as I do like the fights, the one thing I did not like, and it was mostly with the humans, is that there was a lot of shaky cam. Now I get it, it's to add tension and suspense, which in certain cases of the movie it works, but I don't know, it just makes it very jarring. You can't see a lot. Like, camera, stop moving so I can see what's going on. Seriously. And yeah, pardon me, my hand's trying to do the best to hold this. Now let's see, extra added stuff. The soundtrack is still awesome. I think it's still Steve Jablonsky who does the score. As always, he is fantastic. I see a lot of promise with this new cast. I like to see where this is going. And the speech that Optimus does at the end, so cool. Which, that was, anyone who's seen all three films, I've noticed that there's kind of a pattern with Optimus. Like in the beginning, he does a speech, and then he does a speech at the end. He doesn't do a speech in the beginning, but he does at the end. I'm like, okay, that's kind of nice. And let's see, what else? And I really like this movie. Now, does it have a few flaws? Yeah, it does. But honestly, I kind of see them as like personal nitpicks. Obviously, not everyone is gonna like the film, but if you are a diehard Transformers fan, like, I like the fact, like, I remember I've seen most of the first Transformers, like Gen 1, like, where it focused on a family and then bigger robots. Like, there's a lot more robots in this, but a very small cast, like, also with the human villains. So, that's a good element. If you are a big fan of action movies and Transformers, I say keep an open mind, give Age of Extinction a chance. It's a great movie. I rate it an 8 out of 10. I rate it an 8 out of 10. A pretty good movie. See you guys. That is my review of Transformers Age of Extinction. Put comments on the bottom. Don't go too crazy. I'll put a link of my Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time for my upcoming new project of my review of Kyotoku Sentai Zyuranger. First time writing a script. Till then, I'll see you guys next time on Movietistic. This is Movietistic signing out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!